Manchester United found it quite difficult to score goals last season, with the Red Devils emerging as the joint lowest scorers among the top 10 Premier League teams. The 20-time English League champions are reportedly eyeing Crystal Palace star Michael Ollis, but so far, Crystal Palace have refused to budge on their asking price of £60 million. It is well known that the Old Trafford side are under the glare of PSR concerns and need to be smart with their recruitment and cannot go all gung-ho in the market. If the Eagles do not reduce their asking price, United might be forced to look elsewhere, and journalist Ben Jacobs has revealed that arch-rivals Leeds United could be raided in the summer. Crescencio Somerville, who had a stunning season in the Championship, could be looked at by the Red Devils, and the Dutch star is reportedly available for half the price Ollis would command. The Netherlands U21 international scored 21 goals and registered 10 assists and was Leeds' top scorer, and his displays, combined with the fact that he is only 22 and Premier League proven, makes him an attractive proposition for a number of clubs including Ineos. Somerville is easier than Ollis. There's no formal release clause, but there's an acceptance on Leeds' part that they will listen to offers, Jacobs was quoted as saying by TBR. Leeds need to generate money because they're not back in the Premier League. I expect Somerville to be available between £30 to £35 million. Chelsea are one of the teams looking. I think Manchester United could come into the conversation even though they've not progressed anything definitively at this stage, but he's much cheaper. If it's a balancing act financially, or they feel they're not going to get Ollis, they will enter into that conversation. I would keep an eye on Newcastle as well, who are vaguely in for Ollis, but they can't afford the £60 to £65 million for him. Somerville is a budget option, and clubs will be looking to take advantage of the fact Leeds weren't promoted. Liverpool as well, we should add, as I've reported many times, another one in the mix for Somerville. Whether Leeds will agree to a deal with United remains to be seen. The Championship side consider United as rivals, and even though they are a division below them, fans would be upset as the club decides to sell their winger to the enemy. The other Premier League clubs are in a better position due to this reason, but that should not stop Ineos from trying. Moroccan midfielder Sofyan Amrabat wants to stay at Manchester United following an impressive end to his season-long loan, according to Andy Mitten. The 27-year-old was on the radar of several clubs last summer, but he was determined to join the Red Devils to reunite with manager Erik ten Hag. United eventually signed him on loan for £8.5 million with an option to buy for £20 million, and it is left to be seen whether the club decide to prolong his stay. As per Mitten, Amrabat wants to remain at Old Trafford, having shown the fans the player he can be during the final month of the campaign. The Fiorentina loanee started the season from the left-back role before moving into midfield after an injury to Casemiro. Amrabat struggled to cope with the intensity of the Premier League, and he was dropped to the bench after some below-par displays. Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro became the regular midfield pairing earlier this year, but Amrabat eventually got his opportunity. Casemiro was asked to play at centre-back due to an injury crisis, which paved the way for the Moroccan to reclaim a starting position. Amrabat was brilliant in his outings against Arsenal and Newcastle United before he was rewarded with a starting berth in the FA Cup final. Ten Hag picked Amrabat over Casemiro in midfield against Manchester City. The latter was eventually left out after an injury in the warm-up. In our view, the hierarchy should consider signing Amrabat on a permanent deal while letting go of Casemiro, who is past his prime. With interest in Casemiro from Saudi Arabia, United could easily recoup the fee required to purchase Amrabat from La Viola this summer. The final decision could rest on the manager. If Erik ten Hag stays at the helm, there is a possibility that he could be signed permanently. Amrabat, who is described as a world-class player by Morocco manager Walid Regragui, would be a good backup if the club sign a marquee-holding midfielder. Manchester United and Liverpool are interested in signing Sporting Lisbon defender Goncalo Inacio in the summer, according to a report. Both clubs are believed to be searching for reinforcements at center-back this transfer window and have been linked with a variety of players in recent weeks. The 22-year-old defender was part of a title-winning campaign under Ruben Amorim, although the team missed out on the double after losing the Taça de Portugal final against Porto. During the 2023-24 season, Inacio appeared in 49 matches across all competitions and has also been named in Portugal's 26-man squad for Euro 2024. Owing to his impressive performances this season, Inacio, who is believed to have a £51 million release clause in his contract, is now on the radar of both Man United and Liverpool, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Romano added that two central defenders, a left-back and a striker are the main priorities for United in the upcoming transfer window. Meanwhile, Ojoko report that the Red Devils have been closely monitoring the youngster for a significant period and are likely to make an offer for him regardless of whether Erik ten Hag remains in charge next season. The Red Devils are poised for a summer of transformation both on and off the pitch, with the appointments of Omar Barada as CEO and Jason Wilcox as technical director. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the club's hierarchy are currently reviewing last season and are expected to decide on the Dutch manager's future afterwards. Several reports in recent weeks have suggested that United may be open to offers for most of their players, with Rasmus Højlund, Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho being the only three considered completely off the table. It is understood that they plan to utilize the funds from existing player sales to supplement their reported modest summer budget of £35 million and recruit several new players to complement the young talent already within the club. Liverpool, on the other hand, are set to embark on a new chapter under Arne Slot, following the departure of German manager Jurgen Klopp. The Reds have also implemented a new footballing restructure and recruitment, with Michael Edwards returning as FSG's CEO of football and Richard Hughes joining as sporting director. The club recently bid farewell to Joel Matip, whose contract expires this summer, while Joe Gomez's future is uncertain, with reports suggesting the England international may be looking for a new challenge that will provide regular first-team football. Additionally, Liverpool's captain Virgil van Dijk, who is now 32 years old, has yet to open discussions about a new contract, with his current deal set to expire in 2025. Should the Reds opt to step up their pursuit of Inacio, they will have one major advantage over their Premier League rivals, which is the promise of Champions League football, something that United are unable to offer.